a kind of important thing about English, that we're not very direct, that the English don't like to be direct. We prefer to come across as being indirect, kind of like a cultural thing. We don't want to be too like in your face. So what do? Is we kind of go around the question rather than saying like, give me that. It's could you give me that? So, I mean, that is also an order anyway, but
Yeah.
that is a much more
It's
indirect.
more polite. Polite. Could you?
Yes, it's more
Like,
polite.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to add your
More
P's and
polite.
Q's. Please, could you give me that? You might also say something like, do you mind? Do you mind leaving? Do you mind if I leave now? So instead of can I leave now, maybe more indirect would be, do you mind? Have you considered doing this instead of that? Instead of can we do this? Or I want. Do you want to do that? More indirect would be, have you considered it? Would you mind? Do you mind is fine. That's the same. Is it okay if I study tonight? So maybe instead of can I study tonight, or should I study tonight? Do you want me to study tonight? I don't know. Is it okay if I study tonight? Do you want a drink? Can you pass me the salt? Instead of that, saying, would it be so terribly? Would you be so kind as to pass me the salt? So we see here much more indirect. I think examples there. I think I'm going to get rid of that one. Don't really like it too much. It could be for orders. Please give me that. Do you mind if I leave now? Okay, so you see how like basically the longer the sentence is, the less direct it is. The kind of the philosophy of English is that you're going to get your way. You're going to become more. You are more polite, more educated, depending on the context. Obviously, with your family, for example, your friends. Hey, give me that, right? But if you're with in a professional, would you mind? I feel like that's even more. Would you mind? Do you mind giving me that? It's a better one.
Okay.
Yeah, can I leave now? Do you mind if I leave now? Yeah, so you're becoming more indirect, and I think that is an important question in English.
Learning English superiorly. We're gonna learn English quick